It suddenly struck me that we have been ignoring the colonies for all this time during this great European war. And what has been going on in the colonies? Not much, except for the Danish Norwegians have landed an army of 20,000 men that will have to be repelled from these shores. And also, there's no reason why we can't continue our conquest of Ethiopia and stuff like that. Meanwhile, I mean, we do have the scramble for Africa, we have armies here that we cannot get to Europe in any way at all, so we might as well. Also the French over here, so yeah, we have reasons to consider the colonies in this entire debacle. And we have some armies a bit everywhere, we just need to eliminate them. Like this is elimination on a high scale. We need to save Katowice and Krakow from being under siege over here. Our war exhaustion is growing so goddamn much. Blockaded home ports and blockaded everything else. Yeah, it's the Danish Norwegians that are the issue here. Like, they are causing probably the biggest resistance towards us, and I have no way of getting rid of them at all. So we'll just have to deal, I guess. Not much we can do other than simply deal. We have 58,000 men here that could go against it, or we could go up here and try to throw out the Neapolitans once more. I wonder how long it should take for Rheinbund to take. Is it Hamburg? No, Holstein? Wait, who are they fighting against? Holstein. Where's Holstein? Here's Holstein. It's Laurenburg. Just take it. It's right there. It's right there for your taking. I don't know what the issue is. Okay, one army over here and one army moving down to Krakow. Let's get some control over this country again. They are losing this war. Would they be able for a peace? They would actually accept a peace. Could we claim anything in a peace? For example, Austria and Silesia. Could we go for this? Could we go for example, East Galicia? Or, for example, Austrian Galicia-Lodomeria. I will add that and see where we can go from this. Because I wasn't aware of the possibility of victory. As silly as that may be, or sound. Have we defeated the Danish Norwegians? We did actually, and down here we need to make sure that when this siege is over, we will move along with the clock. North German patriots decided that this is a good time. Actually, with these rebellions, it makes perfect sense to attack at this moment. When the country is a bit, well, unsafe, let's say. We are not very stable at the moment. We have a lot of enemies. Thankfully, a lot of the French troops down here are fairly cut off from the war itself. Cholera spreads, not good. Though I assume not to be entirely... Wait, it's not entirely unexpected for it to happen, considering all the wars and things that have been happening. Could we claim this, for example, in a peace? We could. What else could we claim? Could we claim Austria and Silesia? Could we claim East Galicia? Let's see. Let's see how much we can claim from them. Let's see how much we can demand from them. Well, Calais, things are not going too well there. And actually down here things are not going too well either. And they're sending reinforcements, it seems like. Which is not brilliant. Not brilliant at all. That gives us a big disadvantage. So we will have to retreat to Oppeln and let them be for now. Overall, things are just going fairly decent. So what would we get from, you know, Austrian Silesia? Where is it? It's down here. Is these two towns? Well, we definitely need to have Galicia-Lodomeria then if we are going to claim those towns. We could or maybe claim something else. We will see what we can claim. Austria is willing to give up Austrian Galicia-Lodomeria and acquire East Galicia. Okay, that is good. But what if we demand this as well? Would you accept this, Austria? Would you accept such a proposal? It would be a very daring proposal. It will be very damaging to your reputation, since you failed to... Like, this is almost a partitioning, in a way. Almost. Not entirely. I mean, they were a bit stronger in the past, like Prussia and Austria and Russia when they did that. Thankfully, Russia didn't agree to it. And Romania has been a wonderful diversion for Austrian troops. I love it. And I thank my lucky stars for Romanian sending their assistance to this war and offering it more to the point. They would not accept all of this. Well, the only thing that would not matter too much would be Austrian Silesia. Whether we get it or not is not a big deal. But let's see what happens in the war itself, because things are going pretty well. I'm not too stressed with having a conclusion, especially when we can win battles and defeat their armies, which we're doing right now. Sheva, however, we can annex, and that is fine. And they are growing in the desert. How did they get more men to the desert? Seems, well, not really probable. One troop was... Wait, one troop is retreating? Why? How did that happen? Otherwise, things are just... Oh no, French. Things are going well, I said, and then French showed up. When you least expect it. The French show up in Krakow, the French show up in Gdansk and Danzig, whatnot. Very cruel French people. Very, very cruel. Nastily. Okay, well, let's punish them for dividing up their armies so much. That should lead to more... What? Oh yeah, I'm recruiting men. That's why. That makes sense. Now I understand. Okay, Austria, will you be willing for this peace now? No? Okay. I understand. I mean, we have won as much as we can from taking this area. So maybe if we actually take over some of the parts which we have claimed, like Lvov and stuff like that, perhaps then they would be more inclined to agree to our demands. Perhaps. Taranov, for example, very important. Przemysl, very important. Very, very important. This battle over here is not going too well though. We need to send more men to help out. More men. More men for the war machine. Oh, they actually sent some more men to Taranov now. I presume that they don't like our plans of taking over what they consider to be Austrian territory. But what is in fact... I was going to say German territory, but I was going for the wrong thing. No, but what is in fact Polish territory, and nothing else. They're probably going for Danzig, they're actually dividing themselves up, so we will punish that by attacking one of them and then attacking the other one. Local numerical superiority. Always a good tactic. And then go for Taranov. Lvov seems to be a heavily guarded fort. Most of these are the same kind of fort, but okay, so they don't have any hussars or anything like that would speed up business. I understand. We will have to... The worst part about this is that we will have to redo all of our armies from scratch in Europe, because they will have been so damaged from all of this that they wouldn't really be able to support themselves. Manifest destiny. That's not really relevant in our way, except that in a way we are actually manifesting our destiny. If you think about it, we're manifesting the Polish destiny of returning all the Polish areas to Poland itself, and to Poland-Lithuania in this case. Our destiny to save our brethren who have been under enemy control for so long, and let them join in a glorious, glorious nation. Okay, willing to accept this now? No, you're not. Actually, you're more like less willing than ever. Less willing than ever for some reason. At least here we are getting some ticking war score for Austrian Silesia. And we will get for the other things too, whenever we start pressing it, or pressing for it. Still, those 8 ships and 4 ships or whatever they have done more harm than whatever armies that Austria has thrown against us. That's quite impressive. 4 ships doing more damage to a nation than, for example, 200,000 men. That's some unexpected power. Now we can increase our speed and go forward. Mara clearly impressed by our war efforts. Clearly impressed by our battles and our strategic mind. Definitely. Stanislavov and Przemysl is almost done. And so is Lvov. Or Lviv. Arming the Poles. What does this get? The Polish uprising. Yes, arming the Poles. We are arming them. No, wait. That's not good. What the hell are we doing? Oh no. This is not what we wanted. Why did I do that? Why didn't I read what the hell I was doing? These are both areas that we wanted. Now we're just waging war for a satellite nation, which hopefully would then be part of us. I want to dismantle this thing. Can I please? Now Austria wants to have peace, but we must make sure that Galicia-Lodomeria has peace first, because otherwise they will just get completely annihilated and destroyed. Unless they are on our side, which they are not, I assume. No. Wonderful. Crap. Crap, crap, crap. Should have read through what the things do before it happens. But we will just have to roll with the punches. And Danzig needs to be saved. And I mean, it's not like we are in a too desperate position or anything like that. We're doing quite well. We're doing quite well. In fact, we will send one army to Vienna to try to convince the populace there to revolt against their masters. And the Rheinbund are now interested in an alliance again, which we will happily accept, and we will call them to war. Are they at war with anyone else? No. Perhaps this time they will join. They have honored, finally, they honored our military alliance, and they have joined us in glorious warfare. And now they will help us with all their mights. They will help us against our foes. Wonderful. Excellent, even. Perfect, one might say. Humbling, even. I wonder if these Poles will want to be part of our nation or not. After us. I mean, we are quite liberal. Perhaps that's not to their taste. What, did we lose in Troppau? Well, I mean, our armies are not really able to regain their organization very fast. This is due to having, I mean, look at this. Minus 85.2% organization regain rate. Very damaging. Extremely damaging, even. Bunch of factories have gone down the drain. Everything is just really going bad at the moment. So can they have peace? So I can have peace. Prague is a very important city. This has more people even than Vienna. So perhaps we... let's take Brno instead. Brn. Breslau is also important. Just try to occupy as many places as possible to raise their war exhaustion. To make sure that perhaps... bread and peace. Well, I know I want an end to the war too, but I want a favorable end to the war. Not... Is this all Sudetes? So if I claim Sudetes just to get these areas, then I would have to get all of the areas around it too. I'm not a big fan of that division. However, I could add war goal. For example, take acquire core or acquire state, Slovakia. That would be 25%. I think they would be willing to give Slovakia up. Or we could go for Bohemia. I don't think they would be willing, but Slovakia they could give up. And we could have Slovakia. I mean, Slovakia is a pretty nice place. I've never been there. I'm going by assumptions, but it must be a nice place. There's no way around it. And they immediately are willing to give up, acquire Silesia and acquire Slovakia. And we will go for that peace when we are sure that Galicia-Lodomeria will survive the war and not be completely murdered. Because we cannot let Galicia-Lodomeria lose. It is not an option. We worked too hard for those provinces. We have worked too hard for that peace. to let it go to waste, just like that. We could even, well, actually we can't. We are running out of infamy space. We have used up all the infamy that we have available. I mean, imagine if Rheinbund would have helped from the beginning. Things would have been so much different. It would be so different right now, the current situation. So we will just have to wear the Austrians out and then, well, allow them to have peace in their time. I mean, the Rheinbund is so strong at the moment, considering that everyone else have been working so damn hard and fighting for so damn long that they are just swooping in and taking everything. Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. Rheinbund acquire Pomerania. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. You know, since you disagreed to join like twice, I don't think I will indulge you in this request. It's not gonna happen. We now have arming the Czechs. That we can do, however. We can arm the Czechs. So here we have Bohemia, Moravia. We can arm the Czechs, that's fine. Is there anyone else that we can arm? Arm the Hungarians, perhaps? Can we arm the, I don't know. Can we go for Ljubljana? How do you pronounce it that way? Or do you pronounce it a different way? Most likely a different way. Wait, where's Zagreb? Let's arm those other ones again. Prussia is completely occupied now. We could add something. We could do something against them. Or just release Puppet. Congo Free State. Yes, that we will do. That will be a good thing to do. Other than that, we can kick Prussia out. We could maybe have peace with Poland, Denmark, Norway. No, not really. But other than that, we will have peace with Prussia. Perhaps not a white peace as they are requesting, but we will have peace. Oh no, once again things are just going against me. How would I know that this Silesia, whatever, would be part of this? Perhaps I should have figured out, but these are Polish areas, so, well, one of them is. So we are screwing ourselves. Arming the Magyars, well, we will arm them too. Everyone will be armed. Let's dismantle this empire. Dismantle it. No arming the Croatians? No? Really? I was certain you could. I mean, if we can arm everyone else, why not arm them? Okay, so bear in mind that, okay, they have peace now. Okay, we can go for things. We can go for pieces, we can sign peace deals, and this will be a cluster. A cluster of things. We will go for release the Congo Free State. So we will knock them out of the war. I also have things we can go for here. Let's go for more money. And then we can go for peace with Austria. Everything that will end up being is just simply acquire Austria and Slovakia. Yeah, this is a clusterfuck. I am aware of this. However, and this is the important part, when we assimilate Galicia and Almeria, things will be much better. Much, much better, I promise. Things will improve. And we will have this one army will have to go around. And then we will have a war with Bohemia, Moravia in order to get those areas. Hopefully they have no alliances. They don't have any alliances. They are very weak. So we will claim the area that we were promised with ourselves. I mean, we just had a peace, but we just need those areas. Those were what we fought for so long. That's why we prolonged the war for so long. And it will connect up Slovakia as well. So that would be very nice. Very nice. Unfortunately, this area should really be part of Slovakia instead. But that the fact that we released Hungary, or armed Hungary, messed it up for us. So what will it take for a peace with them? Apparently a lot. So for some reason. Okay, let's go for Prague. If we take Prague, they will probably be convinced that they have no chance against the mighty Polish Empire. Or so I hope. Okay, increase opinion with Galicia and Almeria, who have a truce now with them. So maybe they will want to be part of our nation. Maybe we can assimilate them if we put them under our sphere. Do we have any option for stuff like that right now? Reform the Polish-Lithuanian Colonial Army. Yeah, I don't think anyone has ever said that before. I will be the first one. I will happily be the first one as well. Work in progress? Yeah. Progress and work. So yeah, if we take that area from... Like if we take this little bit and then this bit, sure it will look a bit wonky, but we could make it. And if we have... really they should have added Moravia as a separate area. And they could have added this one too. These two areas could really be part of that. Or it could be part of Silesia. What do I know? Rather than Sudets. I know that probably a lot of North Germans live there, but it doesn't matter, it just looks bad. It just makes it too wonky. I want to have help against Münster, and we will aid them in this. Everyone is part of some sort of rebellious faction or another, which I'm not too happy with. They acquire Bohemian Silesia, bra, good. Only keep territories with our cores. I think that both of them have our cores on them. Do they? Yes, they do. We will keep everything anyway. Let's just go for that option instead. Can we go for them murdering all kinds of rebels now? Is that a thing that we can do? Because now we need to kind of slow down, rebuild our efforts, and calm our populace down. We have a movement for common schools, so we will go for that, acceptable school system, and hopefully we'll calm down the populace. Hopefully. I'm crossing my fingers for that one. And Galicia Lodomeria we can add to our sphere, which is good. Perhaps now they will be asked to join. Maybe if we need peace first. Maybe it won't happen, but at least we have that bit of area under our sphere. It will be under our guidance that it exists. So that is the most important part, really. Beyond that, I think we just need to, try to fix our armies at the best capacity that we can and make sure that everything is up to scratch. So yeah, that's what we will do. But we will do that next episode, because right now we have gone on for quite a while. And we have had exciting wars with the dismantling of the Austrian Empire. They do still have the Slovenian, Croatian and Serbian lands, like Vojvodina and stuff like that. So they still have quite a bit of territory. I forgot to mention Dalmatia as well, but yeah. Overall they have a few territories. They also have Bukovina over here, which is their satellite. So they'll probably release that since they have no land connection to it. Hungary will probably be free. Bohemia Moravia might be free or might not be free, depending on what happens. So yeah, it will be an exciting new Central Europe to wage war in and see what happens. And I hope you will join me in the next episode and that you have enjoyed. Have a good one.